Michelle Sorensen, and we are your new Timpanogos School Board, and we thank you all for being here to support us in our oath of office ceremony today. Um, we love our communities and feel so privileged to represent each and every one of you today. And it's just an extraordinary milestone to be here. And a great new beginning for our cities of Pleasant Grove, Linden, Orem, and Vineyard. So just thank you so much for being here. We are beginning a journey together to build something meaningful for our students, our educators, and our families today. We've been really blessed with a beautiful fall, and I hope, like me, that you've had a chance to go out and enjoy the beautiful weather. And one of these beautiful Saturday afternoons, I took time to work in my garden. I have a vegetable garden and a flower garden, and I was just putting everything to rest for the winter. And then in a little burst of ambition, I thought, I'm going to plant some bulbs. And I have two beautiful iris patches in my backyard, and I planted a handful of iris bulbs in each of those patches. And as I was working the ground and making it deep enough and making sure it was wide enough for these bulbs, I just couldn't help but think of how it's so much like what we're going to be doing as a new district. When I planted those bulbs, I knew that they would be deep under the ground all winter, and I would have to wait until spring to see them bloom. But I knew that they would be taking root during the winter months when I couldn't see what was happening. And I just think that the beauty that we see in the spring comes from the work that we do in the winter. And I just want us to think of that as we're now working. The things that we do might not be seen until we get to July of 2027. But we are going to be good gardeners of our new school district and faithful stewards to shape what comes ahead for the years to come for our students and educators and families in our communities. And I just know that we are going to cultivate something beautiful and lasting that is deeply rooted in service to our children and to the communities that we represent. So once again, thank you for being here as we take our oath of office. Our our ceremony today will include some comments from Sterling, Hilton, and then Guy Fugel, and then we will go to the oath. And David Smith.
Well, I am really excited to be here, and I'm glad that you're here to celebrate with us. The fundamental business of an educational system is teaching and learning. And our purpose as a school board is to create a system that celebrates and fosters and promotes learning. There are many reasons a community might value learning. Some of these reasons may be economic. Some of them may be civic-oriented, and I appreciate all of these reasons. But the reason that I would like to acknowledge today at this inaugural swearing in of our new school board is that I believe that learning is life-giving. It actually feeds our souls. And I invite you to remember the excitement that you have felt and feel when you learn something new. When something clicks, and the satisfaction that comes when you gain a new insight. We often refer to these as aha moments. They can happen in so many different ways and in so many different places. They might happen when you're around mathematics. Now that might surprise you, but for me, that happens, and I love mathematics. And you see something in a new way, and it suddenly clicks, and something makes sense. It might happen when you're singing, and suddenly you actually produce a note that is beautiful, and it's right, and you've got the breath to sustain that. It may be when you're reading a poem, and you just are overcome by the beautiful words and imagery that are there, and it gives you insight into something that you hadn't seen or thought or felt before. And there's a whole vast array of things that might inspire these kind of moments. These are the kind of moments that we, as an inaugural school board, want for our communities. And we're committed to building an excellent school district where learning is our focus so that more light and life are brought into our communities. We're excited to work with all of you to bring this about. Thank you.
You know, I'd like to thank all of you who've come here. I didn't think there would be very many people showing up, and I especially appreciate we've got several officials from our surrounding cities that have joined us here. So thank you guys and Mayor for coming tonight to be part of this. I have the assignment to introduce the all seven of us here, and we're seated by our seats. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now on that end there. So let's, and I was kind of shocked they gave me this opportunity, so we'll go with it here. So please. And I'll start with seat 1. I'm Guy Fugel. I represent seat 1 of the Pleasant Grove area. Previously served on the Alpine School District Board of Education for 19 years. And I'm currently finishing my second term, 4-year term, as mayor of Pleasant Grove. And I just wanted to add one other thing. I do know Orem schools because 2 years ago, my daughter Abby was a kindergarten teacher at Orchard Elementary. And also, and I lay claim to, my wife Paula was an administrator, a teacher and administrator for 25 years in Alpine School District, and I'm the only one on this board who can say I've slept with the principal. Okay, we'll move on. So, Jen Lyman represents seat 2, South Pleasant Grove and Linden. She has been volunteering in our local schools for the past 17 years in various capacities. Jen is a mom of 5 kids, 3 are at PGH, graduates and a junior and an 8th grader, and currently works as a small business bookkeeper and payroll administrator. And seat number 3 is David Smith, represents seat 3, west of the freeway, the Vineyard Orem area. David has spent 37 years working in education after spending nearly 20 years as a student. David is currently working in school services at the Lehigh campus of Primary Children's Hospital. Ada Wilson. Ada represents seat 4 of the Orem area, where she has served 37 years. She's currently been serving 7 years on the Alpine School Board of Education, as well as 5 years on the UBU School Education Advisory Board. Michelle Sorensen. Michelle represents seat 5. Her heart has always been in the classroom. From her earliest years, she idolized her teachers, spent her time playing school, having just the right red pen, and grading the book like her teachers. She earned a degree in early childhood education at BYU. She's fulfilled her dream of becoming a teacher, and then went on to fulfilling her other dream of becoming a mom to 5 wonderful children. Michelle has been serving for 25 years in the North Orem schools. Grace Rex represents seat 6, which includes the Orem High area where her oldest 7 children have graduated. Grace has spent the last 25 years serving in all of her kids' schools. She currently enjoys being the show manager of Centennial Elementary School play Alice in Wonderland. And our last one, seat 7, Sterling Hilton represents seat 7 in our district. He has helped prepare the educational leaders for 23 years as a professor in BYU Department of Education and Leadership. As a statistician, he values and knows how to collect and use data and inform decisions. He has been involved in our local schools for decades, serving on the school community council and providing professional learning in math and for many district educators. Okay, I need to explain to you that 3 of us seats 1, 2, and 3 served a 3-year term. And the others, 4, 5, 6, and 7, are 5-year terms. And how that was picked, and I think it was rigged, knowing our county commissioners, it most likely was. And I couldn't believe when they drew out the numbers out of a hat that 1, 2, and 3 only got the 3-year seats. So anyway, I only have this opportunity for 3 years. So anyway, and that's the other 5. So that's how it works out for them. And boy, 5-year seat, that's a long time. So that's all I have. Thank you for coming.
Like the other board members have said, thank you so much for coming, looking out and seeing so many friendly faces, faces that I know, including family of me and the other board members and employees of Alpine School District, soon to be Timpanogos or Mountain View School District, whatever we decide to name it, whatever is finally decided. Thank you for coming and taking time out of your day to do that. I have been asked to invite and introduce the person who's going to be swearing us in today, Judge Reed S. Parkin, over here in seat 8. Judge Reed S. Parkin has served in the Orem City Justice Court since 2010. His initial appointment to the bench was in April of 2005. He previously served the Bluffdale, Harriman, and Heber Justice Courts. Judge Parkin earned a Master of Business Administration degree from the University of Phoenix in 2004, a Bachelor of Science in Business Management from the University of Phoenix in 1998, and an Associate of Science in Criminal Justice from Salt Lake Community College in 1992. He serves as a member of the Utah County Criminal Justice Coordinating Council and has previously served on the Utah Judicial Council and Board of Justice Court Judges. And we'll turn the time over to Justice Parkin.
To add up all the years of service, but the resume is impressive. I think you're in good hands. So, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for all being here on this important day. As a local judge, I have the honor of administering many oaths of office, but a few occasions carry the sense of new beginnings and a community responsibility that we celebrate here today. The creation of a new school district marks both a fresh start and a solemn commitment to the students and families who we will rely on this board for leadership. The words of the oath of office may be familiar to many of you. In fact, across the state and across the country, oaths of office tend to sound remarkably similar. Whether taken as a judge, a mayor, a school board member, or a local law enforcement officer, the oath is built on the same foundation: a pledge to uphold the Constitution, obey the laws, and faithfully perform the duties of the office. But even though the words are the same, the responsibilities behind these words are not. Each of us, once sworn in, steps into a different lane of public service. My oath does not give me the authority to make laws, nor does it empower me to enforce those laws. Instead, it commits me to interpret and apply the laws fairly, impartially, and consistently. That is my lane, and staying in it is essential to the integrity of a system, of our system. The oath binds all of us as public servants in something larger than our individual roles. It's a reminder that no one serves themselves in office. We serve the people. It's also a reminder that the Constitution and the laws of our state are not suggestions. They are the framework that guarantees the rights of every citizen, and each of us swears to protect that framework from our own biases, pressures, and preferences. For each of you honoring this oath will be the ongoing responsibility. Every vote you cast, every policy you adopt, and every decision that affects student staff, and families must reflect the promise you make today. To serve with integrity, fairness, and fidelity to the laws and the mission of public education. It reminds you that the district's success depends on your ability to work within the framework of state law, to set clear policies, to manage resources wisely, and to hold district accountable. Staying in your lane is not a limitation. It is what protects the strength and stability of our entire system. It is your duty and challenge to make this new district the very best. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter, not just for you, but for every student who will ever walk into a classroom under this district's care. Thank you for stepping forward to serve, and thank you for honoring the weight and meaning of the oath you're about to take. May you find joy and reward in your service. If each of you would please stand and raise your right hand, we're going to do a collective swearing in. Like many oaths, don't need to repeat your name, just follow my words and state after them. And then I'll have each of you come up independently and sign your oath of office. I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear
that I'll support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Utah,
and the Constitution of the State of Utah,
and that I will
and that I will
discharge the duties of my office
discharge the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations. Rex. Official work begins. Good luck to you. Thank you.
I counted, I think it's over 250 years of experience up here. So I think we'd be hard pressed to find another school board that has that much experience in the education communities. We would like to thank you again for being here. We have refreshments downstairs, and you're welcome to stay for our inaugural board meeting at 5 o'clock. That will be downstairs in the little theater. The board needs to stay and take a couple pictures together, and now the work begins. Thank you.